Okay. Yo, it's your boy Mambo with the Big Dog Command Room. What is up, y'all? Long time no see. First and foremost, all glory to God. Second, like, comment, subscribe. I know you watching this thing. You know what I'm saying? I think the last video had like 15 people last time I checked. One of y'all ain't subscribed to me, so you should subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a little bit more consistent with this. Still a lot going on. Still want to share that with you. But if y'all subscribe, give me to 100, I'll share it with you and share all the stuff I've been going through as of this year. Anyways, sorry I didn't do a video for the Giants. Wanted to, time got away from me, doing one for the Steelers. So, Giants game was a little kind of closer than it should have been, but we handled business. Maybe we'll talk about that, down the line, but glad we finished it. Sweep the Giants, and Lord knows when. Like, I don't know why the Giants just had our number for so long, like more than any other team in the division, just whatever. This one, Pittsburgh, man, shoot, y'all done turned Pennsylvania red. I was trying to turn it burgundy. You see that burgundy, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? We lost. I was actually at the game in attendance. I was working. Really cool. Got to see different parts of the stadium. I will say Josh Harris, in this short amount of time that he's had the team, and what, a year and a half, or about a year and a half, he's made some significant changes to this stadium. From the TVs that you can watch the game on, the TVs are bigger. The concession stands, like the lounges, and different activities. Like I worked on the gold level. I got to see. I don't know if I've worked on the gold level before. I can't remember, but just to see the lounges and the different concession stands and what is available to the fans, and the experience is just so unique. And they're definitely doing a lot of things to improve the stadium, despite a quick name change. Well, not a quick name change, but a name change, ownership change, all these things. So kudos to them. Wanted to say that. This is my first time working there this year. Been traveling, doing a lot of things, so it was cool to actually be in attendance of the game. Initially, when we first started the game, I kind of got a feeling that we, us as fans, I wouldn't say the team, but us as fans got a little bit overconfident, or I would say overconfident. We were able to kick the ball off, and we won the coin toss. We were able to kick the ball off, got it in the 3 and out, and then we exchanged 3 and outs. And I just, off our first possession, I just kind of felt like, okay, this is not going to be as easy as we thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the Steelers are a tough team. They've always been a tough team, and very strong defense. Like, for years, it's kind of like their bread and butter. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Steelers defense, you know what I'm saying? So maybe their offense, but not their defense, so I was just like, it's not going to be as easy as we thought it was going to be. And then it just kind of, the team is just kind of giving me like a very sluggish, low energy type, feel. And it's very understandable, because the Steelers are coming off a bye week, and we've been coming off of 9 straight weeks of football, so prior to that game. So it was to be expected that we might come in a little bruised and battered and tired. I didn't get to see all the turnovers and stuff like that. I mean, I know we only had 1 turnover really, but there was some plays that I kind of missed because I'm walking around the stadium, so I'm seeing the parts of the game on the TV screen, some of them on my phone if I'm in a place where I can't see TV, like some actually out on on the stadium and stuff like that. So it was a lot, but I didn't see the Olamide Zaccheaus for muff punt. I saw the first one, and I was like, bro, like catch the ball, like you making me nervous, and I didn't know it was gonna happen twice. And I hear groans, and I hear the Steelers fans cheering. It was just like, man, but he like the ball was just in the air forever, like and I will say, like, to his defense, and there's no excuse for him muffing the second punt and losing it. To his defense, catching punts is not an easy thing. I've done it myself. Working with Howard, like, in North Carolina Central, just like, especially with a good punter that will leave the ball in the air for a long time. If the ball just hangs, sometimes you just kind of get, when you got a really good punter, like, and they can hang the ball in the air, like, sometimes you just kind of it's a mental game, because you're trying to measure and see if you're in the right spot. The ball's just in there, and you kind of get like concentration fatigue, because you're just waiting for the ball to come down. You're already, you're in the right spot, you're gonna get the ball, and then finally it comes, and it just like kind of bounce off whatever. So that's what I was seeing with the first one and stuff. And the thing that it kind of frustrated me, because it was like, despite the ball hanging for so long, he had so much space to like really do something if he would have caught the ball properly. So that one was frustrating. I didn't see the second one. All I knew was just like they were like had the ball again, and I was just like, what happened? Like, what happened? And then they ended up scoring. So I'm asking fans, and they all mad and walk around the stadium all mad and angry, and I'm just like, nobody answered my question. So luckily, I talked to another worker that was there, and he told me what happened. So I appreciate you. I don't know your name, but thank you, my guy. It was a little frustrating, and then automatically we all kind of despondent as fans, because we so used to just bad things happening to our team, just like so much negativity, so much losing, that like yeah, we were down, but it's like, bro, it's the first half. Like, it was a very slow game, though. I will say that it took, like, the game felt like forever, like, but I enjoyed it, like, but it just felt like forever, especially with us not playing as explosive as we've seen in the past, and as I would hope for. It was kind of rough, like, but I'm like, it's the first half, like, we still in this, like, you know what I'm saying? And just everybody all kind of just looking down. It's like, you gotta get in a better mindset. So, it was a rough, like, kind of first half, like, some of the stuff that we usually get to, we really couldn't get to, so Cliff had to adjust. I think it took a couple drives for him to, like, really kind of get to a point where, like, okay, this is what we're going to do. So we started running slants, like, kind of getting into the middle of the field. We could attack them in the middle of the field. It wasn't anything really on the perimeter. We weren't getting screens off. I was tired of him calling screens, especially, like, he kept trying to run his screens to Austin Eckler, and they just was sniffing them out. And, like, as soon as the play started, like, he had to throw it in the ground. Jaden had to throw it in the ground. I would say it was cool to see him in person, like, real up close. Like, before the game started, I came down, and, like, it was like right behind the goal post, and, like, all the players were coming and ran out and stuff. So it was cool to see him that close. My mind is kind of all over the place, but yeah, we kind of exchanged mistakes and stuff like that, or just kind of blunders. So Olamide Zaccheaus with the muff punt, and then them with their, like, fake punt, like, attempt, whatever they were trying to do. But we take away that muff punt, and we win this game. We catch the ball more, we win this game. It's so many things, like, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, the defense played good, and then, of course we had, issues with Benjamin St. Juste. I think we did good. Did we score? I think we kicked a field goal before the half, because I think it was like 10-7. Let's see. trying to remember. Y'all bear with me though, cause it's like it's so different watching the game in person than like on TV. Like you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like I kind of got ADD. I self-diagnosed ADD. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there watching the game, and then there's a fan, somebody walking up, somebody gonna ask me a question, somebody trying to figure out if I work here or not. Cause I don't wear the outfit that everybody else wear. Like I just be wearing my clothes. Like you know what I'm saying? But I'm working it. You know. So y'all bear with me. But I think we went into the half. Yeah, we went into halftime 10-7. Like, you know, so we scored a touchdown and then we scored a touchdown off the punt thing and then we were able to kick a field goal. I was nervous with Gonzalez because I don't know who this guy is. You know, it was just kind of feeling like Chris Blewett again, you know what I'm saying? But luckily he wasn't Chris Blewett. The first kick, I kind of couldn't look. I kind of was looking, but not looking. Like I turned away and then looked around. Like, did he make it? And he made it. So I was like, okay, you know. And then it was just, you know, we went into halftime to get the ball back. And then as soon as we got the ball back, like you know, in the second half, like you know, we was cooking with grease. Like you know, I think we kind of got down the field too quick because this is one of the games was like you keep the ball away from the offense. I'm not saying that the Steelers' offense is like explosive or world beating, but they're gonna be the team that runs the ball and takes the clock down and stuff like that. And you know, and even to that point, it's like you know they're gonna take their shots because Russell Wilson is a great deep ball thrower. And, you know, the less they had the ball, the less chances that the opportunity is going to happen, you know what I'm saying? So, while I'm not a person to turn down points, like, you know, we scored so fast in the first half, second half, in that first drive, with Terry just like, you know, really could have, like, ran and got that touchdown. Like, he gonna have to figure it out, man. Terry gonna have to figure out that breakaway. If this was rookie year for Terry McLaurin, that's to the crib. Like you know what I'm saying. He gotta figure out a way to shake these defenders, man. He was going against Jimmy Porter, and Jimmy Porter runs a 4.4, but Terry runs a 4.3. So you gotta use that little point tenth of a second in speed and get away from that man. Like you know what I'm saying. But Joey Porter's not a slow guy. He runs a 4.4. As much as people want to discredit him or act like he fast. Like you know, he that guy. You know, it's one of the corners I wouldn't mind have gotten if we had the opportunity. Outside of Christian Gonzalez. So yeah, that happened. Then we went down and scored. It was a weird game, like you know, offensively, because it was like. It was off, but we were still doing enough to even despite that. Even if you take away the punt thing that the Steelers did, we still scored 20 points. Like you know what I'm saying. Even without both our tackles, like I mean, one of our tackles banged up, one of our tackles out, without B-Rob. You know what I'm saying. All this stuff that's going against us. You know, we still were able to, the run game not really being effective, on top of not having B-Rob, and we still were able to, like, you know, put up 20 points. I mean, 20 points, I'm saying 27 points really, but 20 points, like, you know what I'm saying, like, if you don't even if you don't include that. So, we were still effective in that sense. Like, you know, and from, I think a stat, I can't remember. I've been watching so much content. I want to say that was like Lake Lewis and Rio. That was to a team that was only allowing 17 points a game. So for us to score 20 points on them, like, you know, 20 points, like 27 points, you know what I'm saying, on them, is very impressive. And we could have done more, like, you know, if we just executed better. Definitely, it was kind of a like back to earth type game for Jaden. Um, kind of similar to, I can't remember which game it was. It was, I wouldn't say it was the Ravens game. Was it the Ravens game? Or maybe it was the Browns game. I think it was the Browns game. I think it was the Browns game. It kind of like, it was like, yeah, I think it was the Browns game where it was kind of like, all right, time to come back to earth. Like, cause it was just like it was like he has a 90% completion percentage. He never misses. Like it was like, it was kind of crazy. Like, but it was like also the first time people was seeing this man, didn't know that he was capable of all these things. None of us knew. I didn't know. Like, what I'm saying, for sure. I knew he was gonna be good. I didn't know he was gonna be this good. Like, so yeah. And so now all these numbers are kind of coming back down to earth, you know what I'm saying? So, but this was like the first time he was really like, it was like he was struggling, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. The whole offense was struggling. Defense was kind of doing their thing for the most part, but it was just a couple, just George Pickens and some of the wide receivers just nice, just crazy catches. Like, it was a couple catches that the Steelers made on the sidelines where I was just like, bro, that wasn't a catch. Like, it's no way there's a catch. He didn't have his feet down. He didn't. And sure enough, he did, George Pickens is a dog. I'm gonna get to the Mike Wallace one. I think it was another one, like Calvin Austin caught that one on the sideline. It was somebody, but it's just crazy, bro. Shout out to Terry for his catch, like on the sideline. That's probably top 2 catches, top 3 catches that I seen Terry make. Like in top, yeah, it's up there. It's like, I say the one where he was in San Diego Los Angeles against the Chargers, where he does the little like crazy, like kind of like falling back catch. That's probably like his #1 catch, but that jam is like 2 or 3. Like the way he like I'm watching this on the 3rd floor of the stadium, and when I saw him catch the ball, his feet was like, it was like this is the sideline. Like, this is the side. I don't feel like moving over. This is the sideline, and this is his feet. Like, I could see that clearly from up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no like, oh, that wasn't no catch. That bit, like, no, I knew Terry caught that ball. Like, anybody could see that Terry caught that ball. So it was a phenomenal catch. It's not talked about enough because we lost. It probably should be talked about more. Like, if we would have won, it probably would have been one of those things we would have talked about more. But it was just unfortunate, There's so many things to talk about. I should have took notes, but it's just like, it's tough to do when you're kind of on the go when you're on the go, like, in a stadium like that. But yeah, Terry had a great game, but it was just too many drops and just too many off throws. He had that off throw in the first half, that first drive. I think it still could have been caught, but Jaden did send it out, to OZ, really fast. Luke has to catch that one pass, it's right in your hands, bro. Like, I know it's tough. As soon as you got the defender right there and you trying to concentrate, catch that ball, man. That's a first down. So many first downs that we missed. So many Noah Brown has to catch that ball, at the last drive. It was a couple. Yeah, the Zach Ertz one, I don't even know if I've seen that one in person, but missing that one is critical. It's just so many things. I'm talking about the offense because it's just top of my mind. But I'm gonna go to the defense for a little bit. Defense did good, man. I will say Jeremy Chin has officially earned his if he don't do nothing else for the rest of the season, he officially earned his his leverage to be re-signed here. At this game, the past 2 games. I wanted to say that about the Giants game. That one batted down pass he had in coverage. I think it was against the tight end. Best coverage play I've seen from him all year. Like, you know what I'm saying? I haven't really seen him in coverage, like, you know, too much where he's making a play. That was the best coverage he had all year. He's led the team in tackles the past 2 games, which is like, this is the guy that we wanted to see. This is the former runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year that we needed, like, you know, in the past weeks. But I'm glad he's emerging now. We need a big game from you in the Eagles game. We need a big game for you down the stretch. Big games from you down the stretch. But Dante Fowler Jr. two sacks, and then this guy Jeremy Chin, man, a great interception. I still don't really understand what's going on with the return. They said that he didn't return it that far. I mean, it was a penalty and they had brought it back. I saw him intercept it, and I was just wondering why he was running so slow, because he run like a 4.3, and he was jogging. And I'm like, why are you, like, put the Jets on, take it to the crib? But that's that. And then, like, I'm on the far end of the field when they make that second stop and Jeremy Chin gets the fumble recovery. So to this day I don't know what happened. They showed the replay like once, but it's like they showed it like the end of it, and it's like you can't really see what happened. So I tried to pull it up on my phone, and by that time it went to commercial, and I couldn't see. But you know, interception and fumble recovery in the same game. You're having a monster season right now. Like, of course, monster two week stretch. Amazing. Shout out to him. From one thing I will say is, like, you know, the defense has been communicating. You can see it. Like, you know, you can see them communicating on the field. They're turning. They're like yelling at somebody. I seen Mikey Sandstrom like, hey, like, you know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? The Payne is looking back, you know, at the linebackers and checking with his linemen and stuff like that to make sure the call's good. You know, the secondary talking to each other and stuff across the field. It's just the communication is there, so you can see it, and it's amazing to see. And they're only getting better. And I hope they improve. And I hope they improve with Marshawn Lattimore. I'm so excited to get Marshawn Lattimore. I didn't really know about him. I think I didn't know about him prior to, like, you know, him getting Defensive Rookie of the Year. But my dad was telling me about him and stuff, like, you know, a while back. Was that 2017, I want to say. And he was like, yeah, you know, Marshawn Lattimore, he was the Defensive Rookie of the Year. He was on First Take. And that's the first time I heard about him. So, like, you know, kind of, didn't really follow his game, but, you know, just try to catch up with him sometime. Like, you know, keep up with him. I don't really watch other football games outside of Washington. It just don't really do nothing for me. Sometimes I watch, of course, divisional games like Cowboys versus Eagles and stuff like that. Different games. If it's a Sunday night game, I might watch that. But it's like, yeah, like, you know, I just want to watch my team, you know. Unless there's playoff implications or it's playoffs, like, I watch the playoffs, of course. But yeah, but to finally get a guy like him, just knowing his caliber is like the dog that he is, you know, seeing him come here is, like, you know, really dope. And I never thought, like, you know, years ago that he'd be on this team at all, you know. So I'm wishing him a speedy recovery. We're not only going to keep talking about, like, you know, when he's going to be back. You know, he'll come back when he come back, you know, but hopefully it's real soon. Just excited for him, and you know, yeah. So that's a perfect segue to this final, like, kind of, I guess, elephant in the room. Is Benjamin St. Juste. I can't defend him anymore, man. I really can't. I wouldn't say love Benjamin St. Juste. I really like Benjamin St. Juste. Like, you know, I was his biggest defender. I'm still root for the kid. He's a really good guy. You know, from what you can see, you can tell he's a guy of high character, and just a really solid player. Just outside of that, really only problem it really is that he's slow. Like if he ran a 4.3, like it'd be a whole different ball game. And he had well, even without him having real ball skills, like if he ran a 4.3, it would be different. He'd be a whole different athlete. Cause it's like a lot of times the reason why he's like in these little pass interference, like pseudo, almost like pass interferences, is because he's slow. Like and I'm hearing, I think the Players Club or something like that, whatever the Commanders. I've started watching their podcast too. Fred Smoot was talking about like what coaches teach certain cornerbacks, like depending on their skill set, and he said like he said some coaches teach the cornerbacks not to turn their head around until they get to the wide receiver, and the ball's been about to be caught. So it's like if you're already slow and you behind the guy, you don't even have a place that they're gonna turn around because you haven't got to him, because the coach ain't tell you to turn around before the ball get there. And so you're already out back because this receiver runs a 4.3 and you run a 4.5. It's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I still think Benjamin St-Juste, like is a very I wouldn't say explosive athlete. He's a really good athlete. He's just not fast. And it's the same thing with Kendall Fuller. Like Kendall Fuller was a good cornerback, but he just wasn't fast. If he was fast, then this would have been the same, different story, and we probably would have kept him. Like but it is what it is. Like me and Craig Hoffman like have been down on the hill of Benjamin St-Juste. Like what I'm saying. Just trying to defend him, but it's just unfortunate. Like what I'm saying, he just kind of ends up in these little situations where it's just he just doesn't get the benefit of the doubt anymore. Like and even Craig was just saying like whether y'all like it or not, Benjamin St-Juste is our best corner, and he is. And at one point he really was our best corner. Like like even like 2 years ago, when it was him and Kendall Fuller, like he was our best corner. Like he was the number one corner. He was guarding A.J. Brown, like the best that any of our corners could do. He was guarding Justin Jefferson, the best that anybody could do. At a certain point, Benjamin St-Juste was playing at the elite, level. Like what I'm saying, we really got to go back and look at it. Like what I'm saying, I was like at a certain point, I was like, this dude is an elite CB2. Now I don't know if it's a confidence thing or just like put the poor coaching in the past that he has to break habits of to become better. And some of it maybe it's too far past that. Like maybe he's too scarred. I wouldn't say scarred, but too poorly coached in the past that he can't break those habits. Like it'll take a few years to be in this system or be in good coaching to finally become better. Like but at a certain point, Benjamin St-Juste was a dog. Like this dude single-handedly took over a drive. This man got a sack. This man got I think it was a pass breakup or something. Almost got a pick. And then after that, like he got burnt by Justin Jefferson because he couldn't. Like you're out of breath. You just did all that, and then you had to go stop Justin Jefferson on the go route. Like what I'm saying, this man is elite. Like this dude. I mean, he was elite in that game. Like what I'm saying, the other game against A.J. Brown, nobody was guarding A.J. Brown any better. Really, what A.J. Brown really did to him is like he got that slant route on him, which is hard to defend. Slant routes are hard to defend, and it was another play too. I can't remember. It's been so long, but he got him on a couple of them. But for the most part, nobody was guarding A.J. Brown better than him. You didn't put Kendall Fuller on him. He wasn't guarding him the same way. Anyways, there were times in the past where they were calling pass interference on Benjamin St-Juste, and it's like, bro, I don't know how you can guard this Jay any better. Like he literally he even turns his head around, and y'all still call it pass interference. Like this dude is plastered on the dude. There's no way for this dude to get the ball. His best defense, and they're gonna call it pass interference. Terrible calls in the past. Even terrible calls like I think the Fryer move. I think it was on Fryer move. like the pass interference that they try to call on him. I didn't see that. I need to see the play again or whatever. I don't know where y'all be able to watch the game, like, you know, the full game. If y'all can hook me up, let me know, because I need to watch the games over again. But when I saw the replay, I didn't see no pass interference. But that's just me, maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just like they don't give him the benefit of the doubt. They give anybody else that, but they know he's a grabber or he's this, he's that. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, like, you know. And he's literally, like, the last game, like, you know, I think it was, I'm like, was it the last game or the Bears game? I'm just like, bro, Benjamin St. Just need to go. Like, and I'm one of the defenders of it, but I'm just like, I'm really tired of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. It really is bad. Like, you know. But it's like, yeah. And then for him to just give up that big play to Mike Wallace is just, oh man, I can't defend him anymore, bro. I really can't. Like, you know. I don't know what happened to his confidence, where maybe I can't say he lost a step. It's just like, you know, he's just been put in these bad spots, and it's just like he's going through a rough go of it, you know what I'm saying? And I was just so hurt, because I'm thinking, like, if we just make this stop, we could really pull this off, because we was holding on. I'm just like, man. Because we was up, it was 27-14, and I'm just like, we're up, and we just hold on, like, you know, we just get the ball back and just run this drive down, you know, run the clock down, and then we can just get out of here. And he got that ball back, and he came down and threw that, and he caught that ball. I was like, oh my God. And the ball's like right here on the sideline. Like, I'm on the other end, so I'm watching it. I'm just like, this dude caught that. And I couldn't really tell, because like, I see the back of Benjamin St. Just, and so I'm just like, man, I hope he dropped that or something. Like, you know, sure enough, it's a touchdown. I'm just like, oh my gosh, bro. And all we had to do is really get out of our end zone. If we could have got out of our end zone, that play when they got the fumble recovery on the goal line, don't even get me started. So we just had to score one more time, man. Field goal, touchdown, whatever, man. The pass. Oh yeah, I think that's when we got the fumble recovery. I think that was a drive. He just missed Luke McCaffrey, and I'm just like, bro, that would have been the dagger. It would have been a wrap. Like, cause it's like we're gonna go down and score. Like, we're gonna go down. Like, we just needed the first down. We need to get our end zone and flip the field position. Tress did have a good punt, I will say that. Tress had an amazing punt on that drive, and helped us kind of get in the field goal. I mean, and not a field goal, but helped us kind of have a good field position where we could defend and try to get the ball back. But it just was too little, too late, and Johnny Newton hit that. All the way at the end, Johnny Newton hit the encroachment call, but. Bro, this Zach Ertz catch at the end, I was so pissed. I never been so mad. Well, I can't say I never been so mad, but I was so pissed. Like, I see him make that catch, and I'm excited. I'm like, oh yes. And I'm like, come on now. Like, let's go. And I see this ref coming down, running 1 yard behind. This Zach Ertz, this man running 1 yard behind, like, you know, where the ball was, like, caught. I'm like, bro, what? Like, bro, that's a terrible spot. I'm up in the third fucking level of this fucking stadium, and I can see that's a first down. That was more than 10 yards. Right at 10 yards. And I'm like, bro, what spot are you going to? Challenge that. They go and challenge. Bro, he caught it right at the first down. They show the replay. On the screen, and this man is right at the first down marker. What else would we have to do? And he's leaning back. And if you look at the replay, Even though he goes to his knees, he's going back by the time the defenders get to him. By the time by the time the defenders finally touch him with his knees on the ground, he had already been leaning back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So all the assumptions that he got was already down as soon as he caught the ball. All of that is null and void. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got all this evidence and stuff like that. Like Louis T said, they got all this evidence and replayed New York, all that stuff, and then y'all still don't change the call. Like, you know, and all y'all gonna say is, oh yeah, my bad, we fucked it up. I don't need to hear that y'all fucked it up. Get it right when we need it to be right. Like, all these refs doing this bull, we need it to be right. These are important things, bro. There's a difference between a win and a loss. Literally. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes, so we don't even really deserve to win. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking about this, like, you know, I think yesterday I was like, you know, we lost this more than Steelers won this, but it's not true. They went down and won it on they what they could do. You know what I'm saying? They won it the fair way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they needed to go get points. They went and got points, and we couldn't. You know, so it wasn't no case like that, and it's no moral victories. We just lost. But if we get that first down, that changes a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're near the midfield. All we gotta get is just a couple more first downs, run the clock down, kick a field goal, and it's a wrap. But we get cheated. We really got cheated. And I get it. Like, I guess we needed to be humbled down. Like, you know what I'm saying? We done beat Caleb Williams. We done beat Joe Burrow and all these, like, you know what I'm saying? All this Rookie of the Year, MVP, and, you know, we never losing the game, Super Bowl contenders. Maybe we need to get humbled a little bit. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the refs was on. I don't know why. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we need a little bit of humbling and stuff like that. But, well, let humble the fans. Don't humble the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what if we was 8-2? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But all I know is something need to change, because that's unacceptable, bro. It's unacceptable. We don't have time to be sitting here hearing a my bad or oops, my bad, like, you know, like a week later after you done messed up. Literally, like, you know, changed and altered, like, you know, the outcome of a game. You know what I'm saying? Granted, like, you know, we could have done some things better, you know, to make sure that we would not be in that position. But it is what it is. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. They need to have a ref at the line of scrimmage. I mean, at the first down marker. They have a ref at the line of scrimmage to make sure that nobody jumps off sides and nobody goes, like, you know, be a legal man downfield. They need to have a ref at the first down marker, because you can watch the replay. You can see him running up from the line of scrimmage to mark the ball where it's supposed to be at, and he's a whole yard, like, behind where the ball was caught. And I guess he's trying, even if he was trying to mark it down where Zach's knee went down, it still was at the first down marker, and he wasn't even close. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even if you say that, okay, he was down before he crossed the plane, or his knee was down before he crossed the plane, the Steelers players didn't touch him until he leaned back. Like I just said, so it's just whatever, man. But you know, we gotta flush it. You know, man, I haven't done this in a long time. I kind of forgot about it. Wow, I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, man. You know what we do. When there's a game, up, we reflect about it, and then we ball it up, and we throw it in the trash. And we gotta throw it in the trash quick because this trash gonna be right back here Thursday, or after Thursday, because we're gonna have to drive up to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Philly to play the Philadelphia Eagles, man. It's tough. I really hated it, but it is what it is. I do want to say something like, all of us talking about, all of the fans and stuff talking about us being Super Bowl contenders. Like, we was hearing this, like, like if we would have beat the Ravens, we would be Super Bowl contenders and all this stuff like that. Like, hold your horses. Like, slow down. I know we are excited that we are good again. This is the best record I've ever seen this team have, like, in this time of the year, ever. And all this stuff, but Super Bowl contenders is OC, like, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. We can say playoff contenders. I say that, you know what I'm saying? Because we're definitely going to the playoffs. Like, we know what the playoffs. I don't know what the heck happened to this season, but Super Bowl contenders is OC. I'm sorry. Like, and I felt like that 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, before we played the Ravens, when we were still only had lost one game. Like, OC, our defense can't stop nothing. It hasn't stopped nothing. We haven't played a decent team and held them to under 14 points all this year. And granted, that's not really going to happen, like, against a really good team. But it's a fact. I'm being real. And I love my team. I'm not being a hater, I'm being real. We haven't played the Eagles yet. We're playing the Eagles this week. But I felt like that when I first was hearing it. We hadn't played the Eagles yet. We hadn't played the Eagles. We still had to play the Eagles twice. We still had to play the Cowboys twice. We hadn't finished beating the Giants. How are we going to say we Super Bowl contenders? We don't even know how that's going to be. So, we still had to play the Falcons. The rest of our schedule is going to be easy outside of the Eagles. But still, we had to get to the playoffs. And you see how it was us going against Steelers today, which I would say I'm disappointed with our fans. We got these flags. They gave out 10 flags at the door. I was looking for a flag. I didn't get one. And there was nowhere to be found. And at a certain point in the game, I think our fans just wanting to watch the game or gave up, and there was no flag spinning. And we just messed up. We didn't miss the assignment. We was not there ready for the assignment. So that was that. Next time, print them on both sides, so it won't be white on one side and then burgundy on the other. Throwing up the white flag, no. So that's that. And then, there's a lot of pressure. They were saying it's a playoff atmosphere against the Pittsburgh game. It's a lot of pressure in playoff games, and we cannot keep making these mistakes and thinking that we're gonna win some playoff games and going to the playoffs and Super Bowl and stuff like that. No. But anyways, that's it, man. I'm going to talk about it more. My camera about to die, so yeah. Anyway, till next time, peace, love, hair grease.